Life is full of unexpected turns, especially when it comes to our health. We've worked hard, taking care of our families, and now it's time to ensure we're taken care of too. But managing healthcare on a fixed income can be overwhelming. What if there was a way to make it easier? What if you could get more from Medicare without paying more? Discover how you can maximize your benefits, minimize out-of-pocket costs, and bring peace of mind back into your healthcare decisions. This is your opportunity to take control and your future with a solution designed just for you. Welcome to your community. Vivek's Wealth and Insurance Solutions, together with Secure 65 Health Plans. Join us unlocking the power of Medi-Medi, double benefits and double coverage. We are your senior advocates, Alicia Alcano and Monet Swan. No senior should ever enroll in Medicare with a stranger. Secure 65 Health Plans where seniors thrive. Vivek's Wealth and Insurance Solutions. Welcome.
What's up? What's up? Hey! I love it. I love it. I love it. Another time to be with the people. You guys know how much I love you? You guys don't know how much I love you. Right, Alicia? We are ready to bring it home today on Medi-Medi. So, welcome to Secure 65 Health Plans, unlocking the power of Medi-Medi. I'm Monet Swan, and I'm CEO of Vivek's Wealth and Insurance Solutions. I am privileged to be your host today, alongside my cohort, Alicia Alcano, and we have a special guest. We're going to wait till a little bit later to surprise you with him. He's worth the wait. So again, thank you for choosing to spend your time with us. Allow me to share a little bit about who we are and why our work, well, it resonates so deeply with everyone we meet across the country. I bring over 26 years of experience in management, spanning the legal, finance, government, nonprofit, and insurance sectors. Yeah, I'm old. Keep it to yourself. Throughout my career, I have served as a personal advisor, business consultant, and insurance trainer, guiding more than, are you ready? 3,000 agents and more than 15,000 clients nationwide. So I think I know a little something about how people want to be treated. My journey has blessed me with the opportunity to work alongside a truly diverse group of individuals. I'm going to tell you that people of all ages, from seniors to young adults, across a wide spectrum of economic backgrounds and ethnicities. So I've had the privilege of collaborating with seniors, entrepreneurs, small business owners, corporate leaders, and professionals at every level. But you know what I liked about it? We are all united by a common goal, and that's to improve the lives and create a more secure future for everyone. This rich tapestry of experiences has deepened my understanding of the unique needs and aspirations that drive each and every one of us. And it has reinforced my commitment to serving and supporting a community as beautifully diverse as ours. Today, we're going to dive into everything you need to know about Medicare and Medicaid and how, you ready? Medi-Medi can provide you with enhanced coverage and financial relief. Right, Alicia?
Absolutely. And Monet, thank you so much for all these years and all your services. We really appreciate them.
Thank you.
I'm Alicia Alcano. I'm the CEO of Vivix Wealth and Insurance Solutions. I'm also a senior advocate. I'm deeply committed to advocating for our community. My journey into the insurance world began a bit later than Monet, but my passion for helping seniors.
You're just younger.
I'm licensed and fully certified to assist with your insurance needs in 45 states. As a national broker, we support individuals and companies with all aspects of life and health insurance, as well as property and casualty, bonds, and workers' compensation. We know what works, what doesn't, what needs replacing, and what is just fine the way it is. We have heard your voice, and we're here not to only answer the call, but to provide solution, support, and a community to back you every step of the way. Let's build a community based on hope, love, and trust. I'm excited to help you learn how to maximize your benefits. Whether you're new to Medicare or Medicaid, or looking for dual eligibility, we're here to guide you through it all.
You know what? Every time you say your little spill, it just throws tingles in my mind because I like people to understand that we are just not talking. We are walking the walk every day. So before we get started, don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube at Secure 65 Health Plans for regular updates, webinars, and tips to help you navigate healthcare. So it is crucial that we center our attention on those who need it most. And who are those? Well, they're the seniors and the individuals with disabilities. So that's what we're going to talk about. Now, I'm going to throw this disclaimer out there because it's really important that you guys hear me. These are not just political talking points, even though you're hearing it resonating in the universe. These are real people whose well-being and livelihoods depend on the choices we make, all of us as a society. So let us not allow political noise or fleeting headlines steal our peace or divert our attention from what truly matters. And you may say, well, Monet, what is that? Well, it's our collective responsibility to ensure that all Americans, especially the ones that are most vulnerable, receive the care they deserve. When we allow fear, failure, or negativity to dominate our discourse, well, we diminish the quality of our conversations. So instead, we must take an active position to focus on solutions and the greater good. You know what I've realized? Small minds dwell on trivialities, but those with a vision, those who seek solutions, well, they transcend obstacles and they find a path forward. So today we invite you to join us in becoming solution seekers, focused on ensuring that Medicare remains a lifeline, a pillar of strength, and a shield for millions of seniors and disabled Americans at their most critical juncture. I want you to keep in mind that today's economic landscape, well, it presents unprecedented challenges for our seniors. Retirement often comes earlier than planned. Sometimes it's due to economic downturns, of course. And for those living with chronic conditions, well, the struggle becomes even more pronounced, you guys. With rising healthcare costs and the insecurities of future income, Medicare is often the sole safety net that stands between these individuals and financial catastrophe. So we must honor the profound significance of this program today, which has grown alongside the needs of our aging populations because we're living longer. So what is Medicare and how does it provide for seniors and those who are disabled? Well, first, let me just say Medicare is more than just a healthcare program. It's a lifeline for millions of seniors and disabled Americans at a time when they need it most. Many are retiring earlier than expected, often to terminations and not by choice. And those with chronic health conditions are left wondering, how am I going to survive? Well, Medicare keeps them from falling through the cracks. Right now, if you didn't know, nearly 65 million Americans depend on Medicare, a number that has steadily grown as the baby boomer generation reaches retirement, which is where I am. So it's important that you understand by 2030, the senior population in the US will nearly double. That's right, double to 80 million, a stark reminder of how critical this program is. In comparison to just a few decades ago, the senior population and the need for medical assistance were significantly smaller. But today, with 50% of seniors managing two or more chronic conditions, including heart disease, diabetes, and arthritis, the need for comprehensive and affordable health care has never been more urgent. The pandemic has only heightened the importance of Medicare. Seniors were among the hardest hit during COVID-19, both in terms of health and financial stability. Many saw their savings completely dwindle due to the economic downturn. And as healthcare costs continued to skyrocket, well, Medicare was their only shield. Without it, the gap between the care they needed and the care they could afford was insurmountable. Compared to the other nations, the U.S. faces very unique challenges. While many developed countries provide robust government-funded healthcare programs for their aging populations, our seniors often navigate a very complex and costly system. Medicare fills the gap, ensuring that those who have worked hard their entire lives aren't left to choose between, food, rent, or vital medications. Medicare is not just about healthcare, it's about dignity, it's about independence. Medicare represents a commitment to our seniors and disabled citizens saying, you matter, and we are not going to abandon you. And that's what we say to our senior community at Secure 65 Health Plans. We must remember that today's seniors are the ones who built this country. They raised families, worked through hardships, and contributed to the community that you live in. Now, as they face one of their most vulnerable times in their lives, it's our turn to step up for them. Supporting Medicare is not just a policy decision, it's a moral obligation. The challenges of aging, well, we know they're inevitable, but facing them alone or without help, that should not be the case. We must continue to advocate for a stronger, more inclusive Medicare system that ensures no senior or disabled American is left without the care they need to live with dignity, security, and independence. So the time to act is now, because if we don't, the consequences will be felt by millions who can least afford it. In unity with us and Secure 65, we can build a system where care, dignity, and love are afforded to all who need them most. Together, we can honor those who came before us by ensuring that their golden years are filled not with uncertainty, but with peace, security, and independence, and the assurance that they will be cared for today, tomorrow, and always. So let's get right into it now that we know a little bit about why it's so important that we're all on the same page. Let's start with breaking down the pieces of Medi-Medi by starting out with what is Medicare all about? So Medicare was established on July 30th, 1965. I was only 5 years old. That's kind of crazy. When President Lyndon B. Johnson signed it into law as part of the Social Security Act. It officially began providing benefits in 1966. Now, the program was created to provide healthcare coverage for Americans age 65 and older, as well as for certain younger individuals with disabilities, regardless of their income. Okay, income didn't even play a factor in Medicare. Medicare offers several key benefits to seniors and disabled, and it's divided into four main parts.
So let's get started with Medicare Part A, also known as hospital insurance. Part A covers inpatient hospital stays, care in skilled nursing facilities, hospice care, and some home health care. For most people, not all, but for most people, Part A does not require a monthly premium if they or their spouse have paid Medicare taxes for a certain period while working. So to receive Medicare Part A without paying premium, an individual or their spouse must have worked and paid Medicare taxes for at least 40 quarters. Now, I know for some of you who are not math whiz, that's equivalent to 10 years over. And it doesn't have to be consecutive. So let me say that. But it has to be, they have to meet a 40 quarter retirement. Okay. And when that is met, the individual or their spouse will qualify for premium-free Part A coverage upon reaching age 65 or becoming eligible due to a disability. Now, if an individual has worked fewer than 40 quarters, they may still qualify for Medicare Part A, but they're going to have to pay for it based on how many quarters they've worked. These premiums are set by Medicare, you guys, and are typically updated each year. However, let's jump into Medicare Part B, because Medicare B, which is the second phase, is called medical insurance, and it covers outpatient care, doctor's visits, preventive services, and durable medical equipment. So you say, well, what is that, Monet? Well, wheelchairs, walkers, those are called DMEs, or durable medical equipment. Now, Part B typically requires a monthly premium, and individuals may also have to pay a deductible and co-insurance. The next part is Part C, also known as Medicare Advantage Plan. Now, this is an alternative to original Medicare, Parts A and B, offered by private insurance companies approved by Medicare. And Medicare Advantage plans often include additional benefits such as vision, dental, and hearing, and prescription drug coverage, which are not included in original Medicare. And then there's Medicare Part D, also known as PDP, or prescription drug coverage. Now, Part D helps cover the cost of prescription drugs, and Part D plans are also offered through private insurance companies, and they do require a monthly premium along with potential deductibles and copays. In addition to these core benefits, Medicare offers preventive services such as screenings for cardiovascular disease or cancer or diabetes, and provides access to affordable care for managing chronic conditions. Medicare ensures that seniors and disabled individuals can access healthcare services without being overwhelmed by costs, enabling them to maintain their health and their quality of life. That's a pretty good introduction, huh?
Oh, that's amazing, Monique. But Medicare doesn't stop there. You can also choose to enroll in Medicare Advantage Plan, also known as Plan C. This is all-in-one plan offered by private insurance companies that bundles together Part A and Part B, and usually Part D. Medicare Advantage plans often come with extra benefits like dental, vision, hearing coverage, and may have lower premiums than original Medicare. Now, let's talk about Medigap. Fills gaps in original Medicare. It covers out-of-pocket costs like deductibles, co-insurance, and copays, ensuring fewer unexpected expenses. Now, let's talk about those standardized coverage. Medigap plans like Plan G and Plan N provide the same benefits across all insurance companies, making it easier to compare and choose a plan. Not event specific. Medigap focuses on general healthcare coverage, unlike cancer, accident, or heart, stroke, supplemental plans, which target specific medical events. So whether you choose original Medicare with a Medigap plan or opt for all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan, it is important to understand that works best for your healthcare needs and financial situation.
And you guys, when navigating healthcare options, it is essential to understand the difference between a Medicare supplement insurance,
also known as Medigap, and a supplemental plan, often referred to as a copay protection plans. While both provide valuable coverage, they serve very different purposes in protecting you from out-of-pocket expenses. So I want to take a moment to acknowledge a colleague in the insurance industry who coined the phrase copay protection plan. I think he coined it, but nevertheless, he's using it, and I like it, and I'm going to use it too. It's a simple yet accurate way to describe how these supplemental plans offer financial security for specific health events like cancer, accidents, or heart attacks, and even hospital visits. So let's dive a little deeper into how each plan works and how they can help you manage your healthcare costs. Now, these plans are designed to provide either a lump sum payout or specific coverage in the event you diagnosed with a major illness like cancer, if you suffer from a heart attack, or are injured in an accident. They are not tied to Medicare, but provide additional financial protection. So anyone can purchase these plans. You know, you can have insurance, no insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, it doesn't matter. These are offered to anyone and everyone. These plans focus on specific health events. So for example, cancer insurance helps cover the costs of cancer treatments, their medications, or even non-medical expenses like travel for treatment. Sometimes you have to travel to try some alternative stuff. And guess what? It may not be covered through your insurance. Accident insurance provides a coverage for medical costs related to injuries from an accident, to emergency rooms, surgeries, all kinds of things. Very, very good. Everybody should have that. Then there's heart and stroke insurance that offers financial protection if you suffer a heart attack or stroke, helping with medical bills or even rehabilitation costs. They will pay either a lump sum upon diagnosis or treatment to cover specific medical expenses related to the event. So just know the differences are Medigap fills in gaps left by Medicare, such as deductibles and copays, and helps cover general medical costs, not covered by Medicare. And supplemental insurance, which covers cancer, accident, and heart attack, they focus on specific health events and offer financial assistance for costly treatments or recovery from those events, such as cancer or heart attacks or hospital or critical care. Most important thing to understand is each type of plan serves a different role in your overall healthcare strategy. And best of all, they are indemnity policies. Ding, 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 ding. What that means is you get paid the cash directly. Okay. You get the choice to put it on whatever you want. I like it because they're indemnity policies. So the money comes to you because something happened, but then you might want to use it on paying your rent. You might want to use it on paying off a car. You may want to use it on going on vacation. Doesn't matter, but it must be tied to an event or chronic illness before you can get it. So now that we've discussed the supplemental plans, let's talk about Medicaid. Okay, we've done Medicare. Now it's time to really get into the weeds about Medicaid. Okay, so how does this program work and how did it come into existence? Well, I'm about to tell you. Medicaid was signed into law in 1965, right alongside Medicare, as part of President Lyndon B. Johnson's push to provide better health care for all Americans. But while Medicare is designed for seniors and those with disabilities, Medicaid focuses on low-income individuals and families. It's really the safety net for people who simply can't afford private health insurance, and that includes a broad range of people: children, pregnant women, people with disabilities, and even some seniors. So now what makes Medicaid a little bit more complex is how it's run. Unlike Medicare, which is purely federal, Medicaid is a joint federal and state program. That means the federal government sets some baseline rules, but each state, okay, this is where it comes in a little crazy. Each state has a lot of flexibility to decide who qualifies, and even more importantly, what's covered.
So Medicaid might look a little different depending on where you live. Some states have expanded Medicaid to cover more people, while others stick to strict guidelines. One of the biggest factors in Medicaid eligibility is income. Each state sets income limits based on the federal poverty level, also known as FPL. But that's not the only thing Medicaid looks at. So don't get concerned, because for certain groups, especially seniors and people with disabilities, assets come into play as well. Medicaid doesn't check your income only. They also look at your savings, your property, and other resources. So let me tell you a little bit about how that works. Medicaid has strict limits on the assets you can have and still qualify, but not everything is counted. For example, if you own a home and you live in it, that usually doesn't count against you. But money in savings accounts, investments, or even certain life insurance policies, well, they may take effect. So for seniors who need long-term care, like, I don't know, nursing home services, this becomes especially important. Many people end up what we call spending down their assets to meet Medicaid's eligibility requirements. Now, that might mean using up their savings, selling off certain assets just to become eligible for coverage. And while that might sound a little daunting, Medicaid also has protection in place so that spouses and dependent family members aren't left without resources. So you say, okay, Monet, for example, what does that look like? So let's say you have a healthy spouse. He can often keep the family home and a portion of other assets, even if their partner needs to qualify for long-term care through Medicaid. So in short, Medicaid is designed to help those who are, number one, in financial need, but the rules can be complex, especially when it comes to assets. It's not just about income, it's about the bigger picture of what you own and what your specific healthcare needs are. So we're going to break that down a little bit more, right, Alicia?
Absolutely. So now that you started the conversation about Medicaid, I'm going to let you get into the weeds about how Medi-Medi works.
You know, I love to get into the weeds. All right, then. Let's talk about something that's really important, but can get sometimes a little confusing. Medi-Medi. What exactly does it mean? How does it work? And can anybody get it? Well, here's the simplest way to think about it. Medi-Medi is the ultimate healthcare partnership for people who qualify for both Medicare and Medicaid, what we call dual eligible beneficiaries. So think of it as having two powerful allies coming together to make sure you get all the healthcare coverage you need. On one side, you've got Medicare, which covers your hospital visits, your outpatient care, and some medical services, as we've discussed. But let's be honest, Medicare doesn't cover everything, and it was never designed to cover everything. That's where Medicaid steps in, like the perfect partner to fill in those gaps. Medicaid helps pay for the costs that Medicare doesn't fully cover, like premiums, deductibles, copays, and sometimes even extra services like long-term care. Now, if you're dual eligible, you're not just getting the best of both worlds, you're getting a seamless package that makes healthcare more affordable and easier to manage. So it's all about making sure you don't have to worry about whether you can afford the care you need. You should never have to worry about that. So let me tell you how it even gets better. Let me introduce D-SNPs, also known as dual eligible special needs plans. Now, this is a type of Medicare Advantage plan. Okay, now we're back into Medicare Advantage plan designed specifically for people who qualify for both Medicare and Medicaid. So imagine if Medicare and Medicaid were like puzzle pieces, and D-SNPs are what puts them together into an easy to use plan. Okay, here's how it works.
Medicare Advantage plans like D-SNPs are offered by private insurance companies that work in partnership with the federal government. Okay, that's for Medicare and state Medicaid programs. They're like your healthcare concierge, managing all of your benefits in one place. That keeps it super simple. And that's really what we need, especially as seniors. So with a D-SNP, you don't have to juggle different plans or worry about paying extra for things like vision, dental, or even prescription drugs. These plans offer coverage to take care of all of that and the extra perks. So Medicaid kicks in to help cover things like the premiums, co-pays, and those little out-of-pocket expenses that you and I know can really add up. But the real magic is the coordination of care. These SNPs are all about making your life easier. They help make sure your doctors, your specialists, and medications are all working together smoothly. So you say, hey, do you need transportation to appointments? D-SNPs, they got you covered too. Need someone to help you keep track of your medication or your health needs? Care coordination is a key feature of D-SNPs. So you're never left trying to manage it all alone. And we're also here for you. Our senior advocates are the best in the country. So let me ask you, what's the goal here? Well, the beneficiary needs to get the best care without the financial stress or a complicated system to navigate. Medi-Medi and D-SNPs team up to make healthcare accessible, affordable, and stress-free for those who need it most. And I think that's what it's all about. It's about giving you more time to focus on what matters, your health and your well-being, while leaving the details to the experts. So in short, the Medi-Medi partnership is about combining resources for the greatest good. Medicare brings the structure, Medicaid brings the support, and D-SNPs pull it all together in one neat package that makes managing healthcare easy and affordable. It's a system that understands your needs and works to ensure that you're covered from every angle possible. So if you or someone you know is eligible for both Medicare and Medicaid, this is the dream team working together to bring you peace of mind, better coverage, and most importantly, the care you deserve into one holistic partnership, just like Vivek's Wealth and Insurance Solutions and Secure 65 Health Plans. Do you like how I got that in there, Alicia? Yeah.
I love this package. And as a bonus, Medi-Medi covers services like dental, vision, and hearing, which Medicare doesn't cover on its own. So if you're on limited income, Medi-Medi can make your healthcare nearly cost-free. For those on a fixed income, this is a huge relief because you're getting the care you need without worrying about the bills. And you say, all right, income-based eligibility. Income limits based on modified adjusted gross income, also known as MAGI. Now, let's talk about those expansion states. Up to 138 of the federal poverty level, also known as FPL. Okay. And asset limits, right, Monet?
Yes.
2,000 for individuals, 3,000 for couples, excluding primary residents. To qualify for Medicaid, your income generally must be below 138% of the federal poverty level, also known as FPL. If you are in an expansion state, that's about $20,120 a year for a single person in 2024.
Now, Alicia, even though Medicaid has asset limits, this is probably what you guys really want to know. Will the things that matter to me most be used against me when trying to qualify for Medicaid? So you might be wondering, does Medicaid care about, I don't know, my home and my car? I kind of want to keep those, right? So it's a great question because when you're applying for Medicaid, especially for long-term care, you probably thinking about what happens to the things you've worked so hard for, like your house or your car. Well, the good news is that Medicaid has some pretty compassionate rules in place when it comes to these key positions, the things that you hold close to you. So let's unpack that. First of all, Medicaid does not usually count your home as an asset when they're figuring out whether you're eligible. Okay. So if you're living in your home, it's considered your primary residence, your primary residence. And Medicaid isn't going to make you give it up or even sell it. Okay. They understand that having a roof over your head is important for your well-being and your independence. Now, everything comes with a little catch, or we call it a caveat, whatever you want to call it. There's often a home equity limit. So if your home is valued above a certain amount, Medicaid may take that into consideration. But for most people, their home's equity falls under the limit. Now, what if you need to go into a nursing home or long-term care facility? Even then, as long as you intend to return home. So what do you mean, Monet? So you go back home after you recovered. Got to have some recovery in there. Medicaid will not count your home. But if it becomes clear that you won't be returning, things do get a bit more complicated. In those cases, Medicaid could use something called, ready? Estate recovery. Only after you pass away, meaning they might place a lien on your home to recoup some of the care costs they covered. Okay. So while you're alive, don't worry about it. After you pass, you need to talk to us about those things. Okay. So we've got the professionals here. We'll help you get it together. Okay. I know everybody likes to leave a legacy, but there are only certain ways that you can do that. So the key takeaway here is you can keep your home while you're alive and receiving care, and Medicaid doesn't automatically consider it as an asset. As for your car, good news again. For those of you out there driving Lambos, Ferraris, Mercedes, BMWs, Medicaid generally lets you keep one vehicle, and they don't care how much it's worth, and they don't care what kind of car it is, as long as it's used for transportation, not something, hey, I've got a bunch of cars and I've piled up and they're worth a lot of money. Those are gone. So forget about that. But for transportation by you or someone in your household. So no matter whether it's a simple sedan or a brand new SUV, Medicaid doesn't count it as part of your assets. So you might say, well, why? Well, because they know you need a reliable way to get around for things like doctor's appointments, grocery shopping, or simply staying connected to your community. That's important in old age. So Medicaid has income and asset limits to determine whether you qualify for coverage, particularly for long-term care. Okay, so what we've just been talking about, long-term care, nursing home care, that kind of thing. But they also understand that people need basic essential things like a home and a vehicle to maintain stability. So in most cases, these two major assets, your house and your car, are protected under Medicaid rules. Now, this means you won't be forced to sell or give them up to get health care. Okay, let's not get confused. To get them, they're not going to tell you got to give us your house or give us the keys to your car. They're not going to do any of that, you guys. Medicaid is all about ensuring that you can get the care you need while still keeping the essentials that allow you to live your life with dignity and independence. So Medicaid really does take a thoughtful and humane approach when it comes to your home and car, as far as I'm concerned. So now let's get into these questions about eligibility and state expansion, because it's important to understand how this works, how Medicaid programs work under the ACA, also known as the Affordable Care Act. In these states,
Medicaid eligibility is primarily income-based rather than being tied to traditional categories like disability or family status. This expansion allows adults with incomes up to 138% of the federal poverty level, like Alicia said, FPL, to qualify for Medicaid, regardless of assets or other factors, unlike traditional Medicaid, which many expansion states don't impose assets limits for eligibility, meaning that people who might have some savings or modest investments can still qualify as long as their income falls below the threshold. Okay, so this expansion significantly increases access to healthcare for low income individuals who may not have qualified before due to strict asset or categorical requirements. I think that makes it a lot easier, huh, Alicia?
Absolutely. So it is
And
also important. Yeah. It is also important to emphasize that Medicaid is only available to U.S. citizens or certain qualified non-citizens. Be sure to check your state Medicaid office for exact details, or you can go to medicaid.gov for more details.
or call us.
Exactly. Let's meet Barbara, a 72-year-old retiree who was finding it harder and harder to cover her prescription drugs and out-of-pocket expenses. After applying for Medi-Medi, she no longer has to worry about those costs because Medicaid stepped in to cover everything that Medicare didn't. Woo-hoo. Now, Barbara was struggling with costs, specifically rising prescription drug and healthcare costs. Now, the Medi-Medi solution, Barbara qualified for dual eligibility and saw all costs covered. Lastly, she received complete coverage, including dental, vision, and long-term care. So let's go over what the key points are. Dual eligibility. Barbara qualifies for both Medicare and Medicaid. This means Medicaid covers her Medicare Part B premiums, the copays, and out-of-pocket costs. That's fantastic. Medicare assistance. Medicaid covers what Medicare doesn't, such as dental, vision, and long-term care services. And financial relief. By becoming dual eligible, Barbara saved thousands of dollars each year and gained access to more comprehensive coverage.
So, you guys, you can see that this is a life-changing benefit for those with limited income and growing healthcare needs. That's a really bad combination. So now we're going to tell you some more good news because we are going to discuss prescription drug savings and LIS, also known as Extra Help Program. Woo-hoo. So in 2024, participants in the Extra Help Program, also known as what? Low Income Subsidy, or LIS, will pay up to $4.50 for each generic drug and up to $11.20 for each brand name drug. Now, according to the Social Security Administration, in their document titled Understanding the Extra Help with Your Medicare Prescription Drug Plan, the extra help is estimated, are you ready? Estimated to be worth about $5,900 per year. I mean, I think that's outstanding. That'll keep somebody out of bankruptcy. This assistance is available to anyone who has Medicare prescription drug coverage. So with Extra Help, your plan premium and plan deductible are typically goose egg zero, making it easier for low-income beneficiaries to access affordable prescription drugs. Now, additionally, the program covers a substantial portion of your prescription co-payments once you reach the coverage gap, often referred to as the donut hole. So some people with limited income and resources may also qualify for helps with these needed costs, offering much needed financial relief for their medication. And I think that's huge. What about you think? What do you think,
Oh my
Alicia?
goodness. That's a big difference, especially if you're taking multiple medications.
Yeah.
LIS ensures the seniors don't have to choose between paying for prescriptions and other essentials.
Absolutely.
Now, let me tell you a little bit about John, a 67-year-old senior who had been covered by Medicaid due to his low income. However, a small increase in his income meant that he no longer qualified for Medicaid. This can be a difficult transition for many, but John didn't have to face it alone. Now, he was transitioning to Medicare Advantage, also known as Part C. These plans combine Medicare Part A and Part B, and often include additional benefits not covered by original Medicare. Now, no longer qualify for Medicaid? Although John no longer qualifies for Medicaid, Medicare Advantage offered comprehensive coverage with low premiums and extra benefits, like prescription drug coverage. Now, how about maintaining an affordable care? John keeps his healthcare costs low by choosing a Medicare Advantage plan with zero premiums, ensuring he continues to receive essential care without financial strain.
Yes.
So John's experience shows how transitioning to Medicare Advantage can help seniors maintain comprehensive healthcare coverage even if they no longer qualify for Medicaid.
And that's right. I mean, after losing his Medicaid, we helped John, what? Transition, you guys, transition into a Medicare Advantage plan. And what's great about this is that John found a plan with, we used to say zero. We don't know what's going to happen this year, but low premiums. Let's just use it that way. And it still offered many of the same benefits he was used to, like the dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. It was a win-win for him.
Absolutely. And John's story shows that even if you lose Medicaid coverage, you do not have to lose all of your benefits. Medicare Advantage plans can provide excellent coverage, and for some people, even more benefits than they had before. John now has peace of mind knowing that his healthcare needs are still being taken care of without the worry of high out-of-pocket costs.
And, you know, John, he represents one part of what we're talking about with the Medicare. But when we talk about how people can get Medicare and they're under 65, we got another story to share with you. And this is Sarah. So now let's meet this 40-year-old who was diagnosed with end-stage renal disease, also known as ESRD. Now, remember, Sarah's condition qualifies her for Medicare, even though she's under 65. So Medicare Part A and B help cover her frequent dialysis treatments, doctor's visits, and ongoing care. Now, there's comprehensive care, which also is included. Medicare covers what? Dialysis, hospital stays, and doctor visits, ensuring Sarah receives the care she needs without facing excessive Medicare bills. Medicare is so important, limiting those medical bills.
In Sarah's case is a perfect example of how certain medical conditions like ESRD, like Monet said, or permanent disability can make you eligible for Medicare long before you turn 65. It is crucial to know your options when you're dealing with chronic conditions. Now, let's talk about this beautiful young lady, Ashley, a young mother at just 17 years old.
Wow.
She's expecting her second child and relies on Medicaid to cover all her prenatal care and her toddler's medical needs. Through Medicaid, Ashley has access to health care, dental, and vision for herself and her children. Now, what are the key points here? Medicare is available for pregnant women. Many states offer expanded Medicaid coverage for pregnant women with incomes up to 200% of the federal poverty level, also known as FPL. Now, a coverage for children, which is huge, Medicaid also covers her first child's health care needs, ensuring both Ashley and her children have access to regular medical care.
That's great.
Now, when it comes to comprehensive coverage, Medicaid provides prenatal, postnatal, and preventive services, as well as coverage for other essential healthcare services like dental and vision.
You know, Alicia, when we look at this, it's so important to understand that Medicaid makes sure that young mothers like Ashley have comprehensive family care, not just for themselves, but for their family. Adulting is challenging enough without the necessary assistance. It is almost impossible to raise a family and provide for all of its changing needs. So it's important to know that Medicaid is here not only for seniors, but for young people, for children, and for families who need it most. So now, how do you qualify? Because you want to have all this, right? How do you qualify for Medi-Medi and LIS? So to qualify for Medi-Medi, your income must be below 133% of the FPL, which is in 24, about $20,120 per person per year. And that's for a single person, okay? Now for the low income subsidy, LIS, the income threshold is a bit higher at 150% of the FPL. So you say, well, Monet, who qualifies? Well, to qualify for extra help, the value of your resources, remember, we're not including your primary residence, must be limited to $17,220 for an individual or $34,360 for a couple. Now, resources that they count, okay, these are the resources that they do count, are real estate other than your primary home, bank accounts, that would include checkings, savings, and certificates of deposits, stocks, bonds, IRAs, and cash at home or anywhere else. Okay. The income limits for 2024 are $22,590 for an individual and $30,660 for a married couple living together. Now, however, don't get discouraged if your income is slightly higher than these limits. You might still qualify if you support other family members who live with you or have earnings from work, which is treated differently, you guys, from other types of income. Okay, specifically, we're referring to the money from employment, whether you are working for a company or self-employed, and income is much broader. So we're talking about income, that's going to include your Social Security benefits, pension, stocks, bonds, or any other government benefits. So I wanted to explain that because I want to make sure everybody understood the difference between the income and work earned income. So the only way you may also qualify for a little higher limits is if you live in Alaska or Hawaii, where the higher income limits apply due to the cost of living. Now, what's important to note is if you don't enroll in a Medicare drug plan when you're first eligible, well, you might have to pay a late enrollment penalty. So if you join later, it could cost you some extra money. So it's critical to enroll on time. Also, when applying for extra help, make sure you have all of your documents ready because Social Security is going to want to review your eligibility carefully. They will look at your resources and income, so be prepared to show proof after applying. Social Security will send you a form called SSA-1026 or the Social Security Administration review of your eligibility for extra help. Yeah, you guys, I'm a nerd. I knew exactly the numbers and everything. But you'll have 30 days to complete it and return it. This can feel overwhelming, I know, because they're asking for all your business, but you got to tell them so that they can help you. And you don't have to go it alone. We're also here for you. Our senior advocates at Collaborative Expansion are available to help guide you through the process and ensure everything is completed correctly. So once your review is done, you will receive a decision. Now, it comes in the form of a letter. And if for any reason you don't agree with the outcome, you can always appeal. because that's the American way. Don't get discouraged. Put that appeal in and let's see what happens. And remember, if you have more questions, you can always visit www.ssa.gov for further guidance and assistance. So by utilizing extra help and other drug assistance programs, low-income beneficiaries can save thousands of dollars on their prescriptions, up to $5,900 per year, and ensure they get the medications they need without sacrificing other essentials like food and rent. And as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty good because no one will be or should be left behind. Alicia?
It is very important to review your eligibility each year to make sure you're getting all of the benefits available to you.
Okay, so now that we have talked about the Medi-Medi, how do you maximize all this information that we've given you? Well, it's essential to understand how your Medicare and Medicaid benefits work together as a powerful partnership for your healthcare. With Medi-Medi, Medicare typically pays for your healthcare services first. Medicare pays for it first, covering things like the hospital stays, doctor visits, and medical treatments, as we've discussed. Then Medicaid steps in to take care of the remaining costs, such as co-pays, deductibles, and other expenses that Medicare does cover. And those are the really expensive things as well. So this means you can receive the comprehensive care you need without worrying about out-of-pocket costs. So by taking advantage of both programs, you can ensure your healthcare needs are fully supported, giving you peace of mind and allowing you to focus on what matters most, your health and your well-being.
And don't forget to check that your doctors and hospitals accept both Medicaid and Medicare.
Super important.
Yes. Now, let's be proactive. Is key to getting the most out of coverage. Take full advantage of Medicare preventive care, free preventive care, like wellness visits and screenings.
And always, always, always communicate with your healthcare team to let them know that you have both Medicaid and Medicare so they can help you coordinate your care and ensure all of your services are covered.
Now, I want to introduce you to Carlos, a 24-year-old student who is lawfully present in the U.S., but has limited income. So therefore, he qualifies for Medicaid through his state's program for non-citizens. This allows Carlos to receive essential health care, including doctor's visits, preventive care, and prescription medications. Carlos is a student with limited income, lawfully residing in the U.S. He qualifies for health care under his state's Medicaid program for lawfully present residents. Carlos is able to access doctor's visits, medications, and preventive care. So what are the key points? Medicaid for non-citizens. In most states, non-citizens like Carlos, who are lawfully present, have visa holders, they are refugees, can qualify for Medicaid if they meet income requirements. What are those income limits? For Medicaid, Carlos' income must fall below 138% of the federal poverty level, also known as FPL. If his state is expanded Medicare.
Medicaid,
Medicaid, right. Coverage. Medicaid covers doctor's visits, preventive care, prescription medications, and hospital care, allowing Carlos to stay healthy and focused on his education.
And you guys, it's important to reemphasize that Medicaid is available not only for U.S. citizens, but for certain qualified non-citizens who meet residency and income requirements. Carlos' situation shows that healthcare support is accessible even if you're not a citizen. So we're pretty happy about that. Oh my gosh, it is that time. Woo! Okay, so as you guys can see on the screen, we have a new advocate we are thrilled to introduce to you. He is a senior advocate, a healthcare worker, and one of our favorite financial professionals. His name is James Price, and I'd like to now introduce you to James.
Thank you, Monet and Alicia. Hello to all the seniors out there. My name is James Price, and I'm passionate about helping seniors get the best coverage possible. And that's why I love working with Secure 65 health plans. I'm here to make sure you get a good understanding of your options and have a solid plan in place for both your healthcare and your financial future. My passion for helping seniors on Medi-Medi stems from a deep sense of empathy and a commitment to making a meaningful difference in their lives. I recognize that many of these individuals face unique challenges and often feel overlooked or marginalized. Well, not here at Secure 65 Health Plans. By providing support, I not only help them with the complexities of healthcare, but also bring a sense of dignity and respect to their lives. I find joy in listening to their stories, understanding their needs, and advocating for their rights. Every interaction is an opportunity to foster connection and compassion, reminding me of the rich life experience they bring. My financial professionalism, along with my community health work and senior advocacy, allows me to empower them, ensuring that they receive the care and resources they deserve. This blend of advocacy, kindness, and genuine connection fuels my passion, making my efforts not just an enrollment, but a fulfilling vocation that enriches both their lives and my own. Back to you, Monet.
Oh, you know I love you. You know I love you. You guys, that's what I'm saying. This is the kind of stuff that you cannot create. Either people have passion or they don't. And this is why you need to be part of our social media platform and be a part of our community and listen to the great support and the availability you get by being part of our social media engagement plan. We're not only in Texas, but we're across the country. So Alicia, tell them more about how social media keeps our beneficiaries in the know.
Thank you, Monet. Thank you, James, for welcoming you to the Bibex family. Now, let's not forget to follow us on social media. We're on YouTube, where we are right now, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and more. Following us ensures you get the latest tips and updates on all things Medicare and Medicaid.
And by staying engaged, you'll also have access to exclusive content, giveaways, and even personalized Q&A sessions. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to help us build this community to incredible heights. Secure 65 Health Plans merchandise. Well, we've also have some of the greatest merchandise on the planet. I must say so myself. Yeah, I like it. Whether it's hats, tote bags, or shirts, you can earn Secure 65 Health Plan swags by participating in our webinars and engaging with us on social media.
Not only are these items stylish, but they show you're part of the Secure 65 Health Plans family. Wear them with pride and help spread the word about the benefits of Medicare and Medicaid. Now, our nonprofit work is a vital part of Secure 65 Health Plans, and we're incredibly proud of the senior focus initiatives we provide to you, to that community. Through these programs, we not only help seniors understand their Medicare and Medicaid options, but we also provide resources for those who need extra assistance.
So, Net, play the video.
At Collaborative Expansion Foundation, we empower seniors by addressing their critical needs and fostering trusted relationships. We combat loneliness, financial insecurity, and access issues through education, community engagement, and support. Guided by our motto, No senior should enroll in Medicare with a stranger. We strive to ensure all seniors receive the care they deserve. Together, we create a caring, inclusive community.
I just love that. You know, having heart in these tumultuous times is everything. That's what we bring to you guys. We are committed to giving back to our senior community by organizing educational workshops, offering one-on-one support, and helping seniors navigate the complex healthcare systems. And guess what? We don't charge anything. Our services are free, as I used to say in that. So whether you're struggling with healthcare decisions, need financial help, assistance, our nonprofit collaborative expansion is here to help you. Alicia?
I love that. And we're always looking for ways to expand our outreach. If you'd like to get involved, whether through volunteering, donations, or partnering with us, we encourage you to reach out. Together, we can make sure seniors receive the care and guidance they deserve.
Exactly. And if you or a loved one could benefit from our nonprofit programs, we're just a phone call away at 833-300-4968 or send us an email at info@mybivx.com. info@mybivx.com. Be sure to visit our website for more details about how you can support or even participate in these initiatives at www.mybivx.com. Again, www.mybivx.com. So now let's talk about maximizing benefits through the Inflation Reduction Act, also known as IRA. The Inflation Reduction Act brings some big changes to how prescription drug costs are handled. Starting in 2024, there's a $35 cap on insulin costs per month for Medicare beneficiaries. And by 2025, there will be a $2,000 annual out-of-pocket cap for prescription drugs under Medicare Part D. What do you think, Alicia?
That is huge, Monet. This will make a significant difference for seniors with high medication costs. And Medicare is also allowed to negotiate prices for certain high-cost drugs, which will lower premiums and out-of-pocket expenses even further. Now, let's see. If you're thinking about Medi-Medi or LIS, here's how to start. First, check your eligibility. Make sure your income is within the limits. Then, apply for Medicaid through your state office and LIS through Social Security.
And remember, you guys, the annual enrollment period, also known as AEP, is your window. You only have a specific window to make any changes. Now, during this time, you can add or change your coverage, and this is where we come in to help you navigate the system. I want you guys to understand it's important to stay proactive. You must navigate your healthcare with Medi-Medi. So being proactive about your healthcare decisions is critical. Review your plan each year to ensure it covers everything you need, and don't hesitate to ask questions when visiting your doctors. Make sure they accept what? Medicare and Medicaid, and don't forget to keep us on speed dial.
Take advantage of preventive services like screenings and wellness visits, which are free under Medicare. These services can help catch health issues early and keep you healthy for longer. Now, we encourage you to reach out to us for a personal consultation. Remember, it's free. We can review your specific healthcare needs and guide you through your options for Medicare, Medicaid, and Medi-Medi. Also, don't forget to attend our upcoming webinars where we cover important topics like Medicare Advantage, prescription D plans, dental, vision, hearing, and more, much more. We're here to provide trusted guidance and support every step of the way.
But you have to join Secure 65 Health Plans community. And don't forget, I'm going to sound like a broken record, Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Secure 65 Health Plans. By joining our community and engaging in our tribe, you'll get exclusive access to educational content, the latest updates, and plenty of tips to navigate your healthcare with confidence.
Guys, we're building a network where you can engage, ask questions, and share your experiences with others who are on the same journey. So subscribe, share, and stay connected. Now, this beautiful Secure 65 Health Plans merchandise is what makes us proud. Who doesn't want love-free stuff? I do.
I do.
By engaging with us on social media or attending our webinars, you can earn some great Secure 65 Health Plans merchandise. And Monet is displaying them. Go ahead, Monet. Beautiful.
Who doesn't want to have their Secure 65 hat? Hello? And then while you're out, don't forget to drink up. Coffee, of course. We're not talking about any, alcohol, you guys, unless you're at home. So with pride, do this kind of stuff. We are showing people that even if they have to truck to one of our meetings, Secure 65, and what else? Vivix. That's what makes a community. Right?
Yes.
So we're helping seniors across the country. Tell us more, Alicia Alcano, about how our nonprofit is giving back to seniors.
Our nonprofit work is a huge part of what we do. We're focused on providing resources and educational support to seniors, especially those who are navigating the complexities of Medicare and Medicaid. Let's show you more about what collaborative expansion does. And you saw the video before, right, Monet?
I did. So now that you know what collaborative expansion is, it's important, super important, that you know that we're always looking for ways to give back, whether through community events, educational workshops, or one-on-one assistance. If you'd like to get involved or receive assistance, visit our website, www.mybivix.com, or contact us directly by calling us at 833-300-4968. So now that we've given you all this great information, before we wrap up, we're going to take a few questions. So Alicia, are you feeling like you're ready to answer some calls?
Yes. I'm looking at one that we received. This is Sally from Tennessee. My initial enrollment for Medicare is coming. How much time do I have to make a decision? Keep that in mind. It is a 7-month window that begins 3 months before, includes the month of your birthday, and extends 3 months after a person's 60th birthday. Monet, you want to take the second one?
You know what? I don't have access on the side for some reason. Can you do that one?
Okay. Then we have a gentleman named Bob. I didn't sign up with Medicare when I was 65 and I'm 67. Will I be penalized? Oy. A late enrollment penalty applies, calculated as 1% of the national base.
Yikes.
For recipient's premium for each full month of delay without other credible prescription drug coverage. Credible prescription drug coverage. They may have to pay a late enrollment penalty for as long as they have Part B coverage.
Absolutely.
So keep that in mind.
Hey, and you know what? Let them know that penalty doesn't go away. So you're stuck with it for life. I'm sorry. What was his name, Bob? Sorry, Bob. Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
But thank you for sending those questions to us. Now, thank you so much for joining us today. Our next one we'll be talking about dental, vision, and hearing. That's what we'll be talking about next week. Don't forget to call us at 833-300-4968. Go to our website, mybivix.com, like Monet said. And you can send us also emails at info@mybivix.com.
Oh, I love it. You know, I want to thank you all for being here with us today. Sorry we had some technical difficulties. We had to cut them down to a couple questions. But to all of my golden seniors and friends, our webinar next week is talking about dental, vision, and hearing. I've gotten so many comments. I need help with dental. I need help with dental. I need help with dental. I got you. I heard you. That's what we will be talking about next week. So, I always have my closing statement. This statement is going out to those who know me, those I want to get to know, and those who are always on the lookout for something. Though the road may be long and the path uncertain, remember your strength is unmatched. Your wisdom is your guide, and we are always here to walk beside you. Keep moving forward, for each day brings new hope, and together we rise. With that being said, stay happy, stay healthy, stay informed, and stay engaged with Secure 65 Health Plans. And most importantly, stay golden. I'm Monet Swan. See you next week, same senior time.
See you. Bye for now.
Bye.
As we grow older, we deserve to feel protected, cared for, and confident in our healthcare decisions. Medi-Medi offers a way to make that happen. Double coverage for double the peace of mind. Now is the time to unlock those benefits, to take control of your health and financial future. You spent a lifetime giving and caring for others. Now it's your turn to receive the care and support you deserve. This is more than just coverage. It's about giving yourself the security you deserve in the years ahead. We're here to help you take the next step towards a healthier, more secure future. It's time to take charge of your health and your life. Bivix Wealth and Insurance Solutions, together with Secure 65 Health Plans, where seniors thrive. We are your senior advocates, Alicia Alcano and Monet Swan. Come and be a part of our community, Secure 65 Health Plans. Join us for this year's open enrollment. Bring your ANOC. We are the vision. We are disruptors. We are changing the way seniors do business. Become one of us. We are your community. We are here for you. No senior should ever enroll in Medicare with a stranger. Call us at 213-394-8885 or 833-300-4968. Email us at info@mybivix.com. Secure 65 Health Plans, where seniors thrive.